Hi, I'm Marianna Pascal. One of the most effective speaking skills that I know, especially when you're giving difficult information to somebody, maybe sensitive information or something that people are not going to want to hear, one of the most effective skills is something called preempting. Now, preempting is almost like a verbal contract that both people agree on before the thing is said. So, as with a contract, once it's agreed on, you can live with whatever comes after that because you've already signed the contract. Let me explain what I mean. You've probably seen those medical shows where a doctor has to tell a patient something really bad, like the patient has cancer. Now, the doctors never just go in and say, "I'm sorry, but you've got cancer." They always start with something like this. They say, "I just want you to know we have done everything we can, and this is not going to be the news that you wanted to hear." They get the patient to sort of nod first, and then they go ahead and tell them the bad news. And by the time they've given them the bad news, they've already been primed for it. They've seen it coming. They've sort of accepted and agreed to listen to something they know is not going to be good. Now, you can do this with any kind of uncomfortable information that you have to give. For example, you might start by saying something like this. "Boss, I want to tell you something that is going to be in the long term in our best interests, but in the short term is not going to be what you want to hear." Now, right away, your boss is prepared for it because A, he knows there's a plus in it in the long run, but B, he's already accepted that it's not going to be pleasurable. He's accepted the truth already. So now when you give it to him, it's not going to be so bad. Here's another example. You might need to say something like this. This may sound like a bit of an interrogation. Now, I don't want it to, but I do have to get some information from you. So may I proceed? Now, by already mentioning that it's going to sound a bit like an interrogation, they're never going to be upset by a series of questions because they've already accepted it. So preempting is a wonderful skill to soften the blow before giving any kind of difficult information.